Hello, hello. Peanut Butter Quackers here, coming to you with a couple of Wave 4 blind box foxes to open. This was originally going to be a customization video. I bought an ES fox for my collection, and a KX fox to customize, because I heard online that the KX fox pets were really wonky this season, and it was cheaper to go to the store and buy a blind box fox than to pay for shipping on a blank fox base. So if I'm going to be customizing an authentic pet, might as well get a wonky one, right? Does the poor quality of the KX pets make anyone else feel better about customizing them, or is that just a me thing? Well, my body said, change of plans, you're gonna get hit with the dizzy stick this week. And the room won't stop spinning. I can't stay sitting up long enough to paint a custom, so instead, welcome to my makeshift Redesigning the Wave 4 Arctic Fox video. I might not be able to sit up and paint, but I can lay down and draw on my iPad for short bursts, so we're going to be doing some in-depth customization planning instead. Here you can see the absolutely terrible condition the KX Fox came in. Worse than any one I've seen unboxed. She's got glue on the back of her head that won't come off, a big old paint stain on the side of her face. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but the metallic isn't even metallic. It's a blotchy white and gray marbling. They clearly did not mix up the paint well. And the body is so smooth and reflective, she looks wet. Credit where credit is due though. While the EX Fox is painted perfectly, she does have the copyright info molded onto her tail in a very visible spot. The KX version has it on the bottom of her paw, which is a much better location. So overall, a very bad candidate for collectors, and a very good candidate for customizers. As a side note, the mug accessory she came with is also different. The KX version is painted teal, while the ES version is made from teal plastic. I scraped some of the paint off the bottom, and it's literally the same teal plastic underneath, so I don't know why they added this extra step. I'm not complaining, it looks just as good, I'm just confused. In this video, I'll be making 5 different designs based off of an Arctic Fox theme, and choosing one to clean up and maybe make into a custom in December if I'm feeling better. We'll see. I don't make any promises except for the promise of I will try my best. It was supposed to be 6 designs, but my arms gave out on me after a couple days of drawing. But we're making do. 5 is plenty. For most of my customs, I just start off with a quick sketch of what I'm thinking about to work out some of the details visually, but today I'm going to be doing a few mood boards to get some ideas. For the first design, I was inspired by the fox's lavender-toned base color, so I went with a wintry sunset color scheme. The main inspiration for this doll was going to be a jackalope-style fox, a vulpinlope, a vixenlope. Why does Santa have a reindeer named Vixen? Anyways, there's a headdress accessory in the game Dreamlight Valley that was a huge inspiration, with all these gems and flowers and chains hanging off of it. But when I went to actually plan out the custom, I realized the fox ears were too big and taking up too much real estate on the head. I could move the antlers forward, but that would weigh down the bobble mechanism and make her unbalanced and probably tip forward a lot. So I scratched that idea and focused on just blocking out the design elements. I gave the colored tip of the tail a golden ornament pattern and had frost designs crawling up her paws. She's nice, but clearly a first draft. With that warm-up out of the way, I moved on to a design inspired by Elsa's holiday dress from Olaf's Frozen Adventure. I love the velvety texture and wanted a darker, longest night of the year vibe. I started off with a blue base, and later went back and added a navy gradient to the ears, feet, tail, and nose. I gave the tip of the tail and the ear tufts a snowflake pattern, and continued that motif into the eye shines. I really wanted this custom to have some accessories, so I gave her an evergreen ear clip, and to keep the nose from disappearing into the dark blue, I made it red to match the berries. The dark blue gradient on certain parts of her body really gave that velvety effect that I was going for. I was losing steam and decided to use the same mood board to make another design that kept that original lavender base color intact. This was a much simpler design, where the molded chest fur turned into a tight scarf with a couple of golden buttons. Simple but classy. And with that, the brain fog was getting to me, so I called it a day and started up again the next morning. I took elements from the current mood boards to inspire the next design. I realized I hadn't looked at any photos of actual Arctic foxes, so I decided it was time to go back to that core inspiration of this custom and accessorize a gray Arctic fox with a bunch of bits and baubles all over her. I had the thought, the crouching cat's tipped tail on the mold kinda makes it look like a fox, so I thought why not try a head swap design. These two paired up well, at least in 2 dimensions. The round features of the crouching cat body with the little tufts of fur here and there complemented the very round fox head with a tuft of bangs. I considered other bodies like the wolf dog, but that was too shaggy and wasn't working with the smoothness of the fox's cheeks. I, once again, got hit by the dizzy stick and had to rest, so I called it there. On day 3, I looked at everything I had made up till this point and decided to flesh out the blue velvet fox design. I think it was the red nose that really tipped the scales for me. I played around with different color placements, trying to balance the different tones and figure out what would draw the eye better. I eventually came to a very similar design as the original, but changed out the light blue elements, making the snow on her ears and tail white, and her shaw into an evergreen boa to match the ear clip. With that, it was off to cleanup. I started with a snowflake pattern that made up her foxtail tip, and moved on to her snowflake eye shines. All around the upper side of the body, I added little snowflakes design to make it look like she had been lightly dusted by falling snow. In hindsight, I made these way too small. I'm good at doing small details on miniatures, but this might be a little extreme even for me. Playing around with the ear clip, I tried to change it out with a headband and a laurel crown, but the asymmetry of the clip was really the right way to go. At one point, I tried to give her golden eyes that stood out, but I scrapped that idea. You can unsubscribe now. The light blue was more mysterious and gave that evening, snowy walk vibe I was going for. I might consider giving her a golden lantern later. A lot of the reference photos I was looking at came with the character holding a gold lantern. A dim light against the dark background would be a good mood setter. And here she is, my Dark Knight Arctic Fox. All designed and ready to be turned into a custom. The original Wave 4 Fox was really cute as it was, but this one fits my taste a bit better. I can't wait to have them both in my collection. Would anyone want to see me make it? Was this video cheapened because it was just a custom planning video instead of a fully finished custom? Sorry, I'm working with what I got. Let me know in the comments how much of a poser I am. I'm going to crash now, and hopefully this October slide finally lets up.